So anyway, when she's talking to that fountain, she's like, Edward tried to make me Estella, but, you know, I'm Cruella. A bit mad, a bit like, and does that whole bit. I just was like, this could be a really cool monologue if it was actually played like much more gritty, much darker. Like, give me some bloodshot eyes, give me some tears, give me the Joker, give me like, I just felt like I would have been so much more invested in that whole, I zoned out so badly in that scene, and I just thought,
it felt like
this is so flat.
It felt like to me I mean, I may be wrong, but personally I think this has come about especially because of films like the Harley Quinn stuff with Margot Robbie, like the Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix, which I didn't like, but that's for another. I didn't particularly like, but that's another story. But it's that kind of like, we'll make a film about the villain as the protagonist. But the thing is, I mean, the Suicide Squad film, I haven't seen the new one, but the original Suicide Squad film with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was dog shit. But the thing about that film that everyone remembers was Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, because she was the best thing about that film, and she was fun. She was like a little bit like she was like kind of scary at times. She embraced that sort of madness about the character.
Madness with humanity. She did it so well.
And humor as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the direction they were trying to head in with this film. They were like, we'll do Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, but with Cruella de Vil. And that will be... And that's why they've cast Emma Stone, because she can do like humor, but she can be serious at the same time. But they didn't embrace it. They didn't like go 100% along that route, and obviously they can't go like R-rated or
we can't see her like tearing out people's throats with her teeth because it is a children's film, but that's kind of what we wanted.
But it felt like, you know, when she was being Cruella and she was being mean in inverted commas, and then you had like Jasper and Horace being like, oh, she's being so mean, and it kind of and it felt like she was never that mean. Like she was never. It felt like it felt put on. It would be a bit like if you suddenly turned up with split tone hair and were like, yes, I'm mad now. I'd be like, well, you're not though, are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't.
They'd be like, go and get the dogs. I'm very busy.
It wasn't convincing.
You'd be like, you're so mean.
It wasn't convincing. Like it just didn't.
Yeah.
And
like,
she was never that mean. Like even when they backed out of her killing the Dalmatians and used them as a coat for a start. I don't know if she was supposed, like in one version of the script, she actually did it. And then someone at Disney was like, can we do that anymore? I don't know.
It's not the 90s anymore.
Yeah, everyone's vegan now. Do you know what confused me? Sorry. I know we were wrapping up, but I've just thought of something else. That sequence where she is wearing the coat that looks like it's made of the Dalmatians, and Emma Thompson's in the window above, and she goes,
killed my dogs and made a coat.
Thank you very much. And they keep cutting to Jasper, who is playing the guitar.
Look hot though, didn't he?
Yeah. And he looks really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, but I took that as because he was just like, I'm not about this, Cruella. I'm not about this. You've been so mean, telling us to do stuff and not saying.
But if she had
you.
killed the dogs, then that would have been a turning point. It's like, oh, she was a little bit mean before. Now she's gone fully psycho because she's actually killed the Dalmatians.
Right, okay. I think what you're struggling with, and this is my big struggle with this film as well, is that we love complex female characters. We love to see them. We like to get in there. We like understanding the motives of villains. Like, we like complex storylines and characters. And this was just so vanilla. And so it was just people saying what they wanted us to be feeling rather than like letting us get there on our own. So saying like, she's so mean.
And it's like, is she? She's not that mean.
Yeah,
she's kind of fine.
Like, just all of this stuff. Like, we were just supposed to be going along with this plot line, whereas actually like they should have just done less, like, I guess less signaling.
I think you're right. It's just vanilla. Vanilla is the word.